I'm back again to hopefully this is going to be the last video with the knitting patterns because I have two folders left full. One folder I have here is empty. I think it's just the one I bought but I put them in, the patterns in. But I had to go out and do a little bit shopping because I needed milk and bread and cheese and one or two other things. But you know, I done a little video to show what I had bought there in my other room, and as you can see the archway there, I was sitting in that room doing it with my back was to the arch, but I made sure that my back covered the whole arch so you couldn't see all the rubbish on the floor in this, because you could see if I wasn't sitting with my back to it, when you looked through you could see all the patterns scattered all over the floor. So I made sure my back was up against the archway so you couldn't see all the stuff on the floor, because I hadn't picked anything up. I've just been laying it out in the piles where it's going to go and where I'm going to sort it out into there. So now I'm going to sort out these folders. This is the smallest one first. There's not a lot in here. I haven't gotten around to putting a lot in. This has a king cole, and that is a crochet shawl, which I might get around to doing one day. There's a crochet shawl on the front and a crochet shawl on the back. So that's an adult one. And then I have another one here. It's another king cole. It has, that's the front. It has a sweater with like a cowl neck on there and a cardigan on the back. And that's a adult one. It's going to take me ages to sort all these out into the folders and that and putting them all in. And then I have another king cole. These are ones I'm going to do someday. That's a cardigan and a short sleeve sweater. It's like a twin set if you want to make them both. So that's another adult one. And another one, this is a red heart that I downloaded on the internet, free patterns that are. And I made that one quite some time ago. That's just got a little bit picot. There's picot edge all around the edge and all around the front, and a little bit lacy pattern down. That's an adult one. And get my fingers into them to get them out. And this is a robin one, which I'm sure you've seen. It's a short-sleeved boat neck sweater. I have actually had I knitted three of these for myself. I knitted one exactly, which I still have, exactly the same as this. And I think I made another one with different colour stripes and that in, and some other one I made. I've made three of them in my lifetime because I've had this pattern a lot of years. So that robin one, that's another adult one. I had the actual pattern of that one, but it got very messed up and all that, and I managed to copy the back part of it, but the front was in black and white because someone else gave it to me, and it was just a copy she gave to me. But I found that picture on the internet, so I put that for the proper thing. It looked better than the black and white because it was all marked and everything because it'd been used that many times. And that was another one I downloaded from the internet, another red heart. Got quite a lot of free patterns on the internet if you look for them. I've made that one yet. I might get round to it one day. It's in 2 pieces, that one. I have 2 pieces to that, and I'll get them out of here. I don't know which is the page. That's 3 to 5, that's 1 to 5 thing. That's how it comes, like that. And then with the picture, the same picture on the other side. I'll have to clip those together. And then I got another, this was a Lion brand one, another 3 pattern. There's plenty free patterns if you look for them. That one, it's just a plain cardigan. I have made it at some time or other. That was all that was on there, was all the instructions for the pattern. And then it's a bit battered, this one. It's a Sirdar one with cardigans on for adults and children. Well, that's a mixture, that one. And that's all I have in that folder. Quite a lot in this one. As you can see, it's quite thick. It'll probably take me a while for this one. This is a Peyton's book. A lot of different things you can do. Tea cozies, doll's clothes, and, you know, draft excluders and things like that. So that goes where the books go. And I did have this. I think I knit this for one of my grandkids at one time. Quite a lot of years ago. It's the Mad Hatter. I'll have to knit it again sometime. Oh, that'll go amongst the toys and things like that. And this was one, I got this out of a magazine a lot of years ago. It's over 50 years old because I knit it for my oldest son. And he is 50, he was born in 69. So I think he's 55 this, or 50, yes, 55 this year, I think. Or 56. I'm not sure, I'll have to add him. But anyway, there were 3 triplets that were born at that time. I can't remember, there was a lot of, I might tell you on here, the Thorn triplets they were. And there was a lot of thing about them at the time, and anyway, that was free in some magazine it was. I can't remember where I got it out of, but I knit those for my oldest boy. They were special babies. They were very premature, I think, babies, something like that. Another little thing with cardigans and little pants on and like little dress, you know, little things you get out of magazines. It was a, I can't remember, one like Woman's Own or something like that I got it out of. I can't remember now. That was a lot of years ago. And then I have another Mariner's book with all baby's things on. Put that amongst the books. I have things in here. I think this was a label from one of my, well, I got from Aldi's a lot of years ago, and there was a pattern little sweater on. I kept that. Then another special knitting for special babies, which were little things, you know, like a blanket, like a little angel top, a little pram set, And the little like bubble sweater. They were little things. I've knitted all of them from that book. And then I have another one here. 2 pieces if I can get them all out. These were I got out of magazines. I think that was the pattern I had for my knitting machine, which is not much good to me now actually, like, so I'm going to put that over one side. And then it's probably the Woman's Own or something like that, I used to get those magazines where you got them. With a fair rise sweater for a mother and a cardigan for the child. So that's parents with kids. Another one out of magazines. You know, you get some good ones out of magazines. That was a top to toe layette. There was, you know, everything, hat, coat, booties. I think there was a dress as well and a blanket on that one. Had that one. And then I had another one. Another one out of the same magazine, probably Woman's Own, I think it would have been. Another set with a dress, cardigan and booties. And then back to my other knitting patterns. The Sirdar. I'm sure I've got this one amongst the other ones somewhere. There's 4 sweaters on there. They're different colours, though I think they are, but it looks the same. 3 to 4, 1, 2, and all that goes into the larger ones. Another one with 3 sweaters with different necks on, collar and little placket front fastening and a little zip on the back. That's a Sirdar one. Up to 6 years, so that's for the larger child. Another Mariner's little booklet with, they look like bird socks, hot water bottle cover, and that looks like a penguin. It's a ball thing, a penguin with it, and a beefeater. So that's like toy things, so that will go there. And that one I've knit umpteen times. I think that's a field. I've knit that one, I don't know how many times, up to a 26. For all my friends who had little girls, there was always somebody knocking on my door, can you knit this for me? It was better when I got my knitting machine, I got them done a bit faster. There. All the children's sweaters with little hats. It's an emu pattern. It's a robin, sweaters and hats. It's starting to get quite dull here. It's only 4:30, but it's getting, it must be going to rain, I think. It's starting to look a bit dark in my living room. Another robin, cardigans. Another robin, sweaters. Another robin, cardigans. And a robin, sweaters and a hat and a scarf. I knit a scarf like that, recently with the pom-poms on the end, same colour. I'll have to do some more of those. It sold very well. I didn't have any trouble selling it. So they were all the thing at one time. I think we had them when we were kids as well, and my kids had them too, because I knit them for my kids as well. And that's Ben's Wear, little girl's cardigan. Don't know whether you can see them very well because the light's making it shining on the... And this is a King Cole pattern. Is a little girl's hooded and a little boy's sweater. It's the larger sizes. Oh, this is a doll's one, so it'll go amongst my doll and toy ones. The doll's Peter Gregory. It's a little hooded top, a hat, a cardigan and little leggings, all on that one. They'll probably go into the back of one of the folders that I have, or one of the other Presswood folders I have. And I'm not sure if this is Aran. Yes, it's an Aran. It's a Wendy cable and moss stitch cardigan. I've got a lot of empty space. I must have been taking patterns out here and not putting them back in again. And that's Serdar. Just two plain cardigans. And these are some more that I got off the internet. This is just from somewhere called Love Knitting. It's a Wendy. Now all three of these patterns, it's Wendy sweater. Oh, they're both sweaters. I think one has a round neck and one has a polo neck. And another cable cardigan or a sweater, whichever you want. These are all three patterns which anyone can find as Wendy. Now people put them up on, I think I got them off one of the knitting, the places where you buy wool from. And this one, which I actually made a pattern for myself to sell, because I got this out of a book about 50 years ago when I was sitting in a waiting room with my husband, hospital waiting room, and it was in the magazine and I tore it out of the magazine. So I made a pattern for it because I have had sweaters made of this. I made a sweater with short sleeves like that, but longer, but it was all different colours. I had stripes of all the different bits of wool I had left over, and I also made one with long sleeves, and it's a very nice and easy pattern. So that was that one. And that is an Aran cardigan, Serdar. That's a Serdar one. This is Avon Aran. I think it's Avon. Avon Yarns. Yes, must be. Avon must be the name. It's the Aran sweaters. Yes, one's a cardigan and one's a sweater. This is Style Craft cardigan with pockets. Or as you can see in the picture below, with a collar. Another Style Craft. Not sure whether this is chunky. Yes, it's chunky. That's a cable. It only has a cable down one side of the front, like a stand-up collar. Another king cole. I have two of this pattern. I've shown this one. I must have had it myself and someone must have sent one to me as well. I'll put that one down there. That's another king cole. Cardigan with cables. And sweater with cables on the back. And this is Style Craft. It's called Highland Heathers. It's cardigan and a scarf as well, that must go with it. And this is a hayfield, two short sleeved sweaters, one's tunic length and the other one's a shorter one. Sudar sweater, just has a little bit detail on the hem there, the rest is just plain. And a short sleeved emu, short sleeved summer sweater. And that is a short sleeved, both the same, one's short sleeved and one's long sleeved sweaters. That was a Peyton's. That was Peyton's, that one. And this one is a Sudar cabled cardigan. And that is a Peyton's sweater, more free ones that I got off the internet. I can't remember the name of the place where you get wool from, that where I got them from. I have these ones mixed up. I'll have to sort them out, but that's a short sleeved one there. And I have another page to it there. I'll have to sort those pages out and clip them together. And another page, I don't know whether this one is, I think that page there, I think goes with this one that I showed you. I'll have to sort them out and make sure I've clipped the right ones together. They were free patterns again that I found on the internet. This is a king coal. I'll get it out. It's a king coal, lady sweater and a cardigan. It's another one. It's the same, looks like the same model. It's a cardigan and a sweater. Oh, I've still got quite a lot to go here. I may as well just carry on till I finish this one. It's the last book. There's still quite a lot to go and I've already done about 26 minutes. That's a sweater, another king coal sweater and a cardigan. Didn't even realise actually how many patterns I had. It's going to take me a long time to put them all back together again. That's another free one I got off the internet. It's just a sweater, plain sweater. It's another sweater, free off the internet. And another one, that was a Lion brand, was a like a poncho type thing. I knit that for a lady in the United States. Different colours though. And hats. One hat there. Sees one size fits all, but I don't think so. And another one, I actually have that hat. I knit that one for myself. These again were free patterns off the internet. That's another sweaters and cardigans for adults and children, and that is a Jarrell pattern. One over there. And that's a Wendy pattern. I knit that cardigan for a lady in the United States. Took me quite some time to do that one. These are old patterns again. This is a Twillies. Twillies, I think it's that the name of it. Twilly, yes, I've never heard of Twilly, but I knit those sweaters for myself when I was quite young. Sleeveless one and a short sleeved one. And I probably did that one for my husband because that's all the patterns I had for men were all for my husband. I liked his cardigans. And then I have another book here. It's Fildor, 21 designs. It's quite a bit eaten away, moth eaten a bit at the bottom. But there's lots of patterns in. They don't show you them all, like things like that. That's another book, so that'll go where those ones are. And old patterns again, tell by the price, 9p with a D or a P. Sweaters for men and women with collars and front plackets on them, Aran ones. And there's a Studley, another one with 9D on, 9p. Cardigans, ladies and gents. There's another Peyton's. The Wendy for ladies and gents cardigans. I knit those for me, myself and my husband. I think I have an old photograph somewhere wearing one of them. Another Wendy, another one I knit for myself when I was a lot younger. That one as well, a Lister Lee Target, that one was. The other one was a Wendy one. A lot of these ones in here are my own patterns, what I bought myself there. I've had quite a lot sent to me in Happy Meal. There's another one, my friend gave me that pattern, asked me to knit that for her a lot of years ago. It's a Wendy one. And I'm sure I have that one, waistcoats and things, so I put that one over to one side. It's probably been sent to me, but that was my own, that one. Another one, 2 gents sweaters, which I would have done for my husband. I probably have, I can't really remember, but that's why I have a lot of these patterns. That was one I bought. I thought my husband would like that one, and his words were, I wouldn't be seen dead in that. So it never got, it's never even been used. So you live and learn. Another one I knit my husband, a V-neck. Pattern on like a V. It was like a V shape, you know, something like that. It's a Surdar anyway, that one. And my husband's favourite, I knit 2 of those for him. And you know, they didn't have pockets. The first one I knit, I did the same colour as that. And he complained because my husband had asthma and he always had to carry his inhaler around with him. And there was no pockets in that one. He didn't want it stuck in his trouser. So I had to sew a piece, just knit a piece and put it on the inside of the jacket so he could put his inhaler on the inside of the thing. And then I knit him that one, but I put pockets on that one when I knit that one. It hasn't got pockets on, but I worked it out myself and put the pockets on. So that was a very nice, it was very easy because it was chunky wool. It didn't take a long time to knit. I'm nearly at the end here, so there'll not be many more left. Some more bulky knitting argyle, like Aran style cables and things like that. These are all ones I've knitted at some time or other. I don't have the patterns. I won't have bought patterns and not knitted them, except for that one that time my husband would be seen dead in. And he wouldn't be seen dead in that one either. He didn't play cricket. That's a Lister one. And a elite target, or like waistcoat types, children and the mother. That's another one for adults and children. I'll put that over there. Not many left now. I'm on to the last 2 or 3. These were ones I got out of a magazine. I think I knit one of them for myself. I think the cardigan, that cardigan with the belt on, I knit for myself a lot of years ago. And that was the one that Mariner sent to me free when I bought wool from them. Big scarf and mitts. Here on the back. And that was something I won from YouTube. It was a lady made a bottle thing. I forget what I had to do, but you made a covering for a bottle, you know, for them if they were really cold and that for your hand. And that was where I got a free pattern. Another one, free one off the internet. This was a Barocco. They were free with a Barocco, and that was short sleeved. I did try to knit that one. That was for a lady in the United States wanted it, but the pattern was all wrong, and I made a one up myself for her for that one. And that was another one for the same lady in the United States. I knit that one for her. It was quite an easy one to knit, that one. And that was another Barocco free pattern. And another Barocco one that I intended to knit but haven't gotten round to it yet. It's quite a nice pattern, but I don't know whether it goes up to my size. Oh, it does. It goes up to a 52 inch. Definitely get my size out of it. And this one was a red heart, another free one, a red heart. My husband wasn't alive at the time. I've just got that one for the knit sometime for Mary's to sell. And the last one is a book, or more than one book I think there's in here. I'll get them out. This is Peter Pan Denim Tots. There's all the little things for children on there. Cardigans and sweaters, hats and things. Not sure, no, I don't think this hats. The hats are cloth. So that's a book to go there. And another one with the best of Aaron sweaters. And what's in it? All of those pictures on the back. And this was a Sirdar. And this one, Peter Pan, which is Peyton's, isn't it? Peyton's is Peter Pan. And that is a Sirdar, all Aaron ones. So that is all my knitting patterns, and I've took quite a long with that last one because I can see the time going by on the clock, and it's took 40 minutes for just these last folders that I have, and I now have to sort them all out and put them all back. But put them back in so that all the same kind of patterns all together in one place. That's going to take me all night. So if you like what I've just shown you, a thumbs up and subscribe. And that's my lot for now. So bye for now.